Alrighty, you all, we are back. This is Fab Feet, and I'm back with part two of the Brianna Tells All, and I'm just giving my a reaction to her video. And so part one ended when they were in out of the country. I can't remember if it was for his. I think it was for his birthday, and that is when she surprised him with the pregnancy. And there is a video out there in the YouTube streets documenting that. Just Google Brianna, I guess, pregnant, or I don't know. It should come up if you are interested in watching that. But anyway, so it ended with her surprising them about her pregnancy, him being upset because she posted his reaction online, and then now she's going to go ahead and talk about. She's going to continue to tell, I guess, what happened while they were out of the country for his birthday, and how he had became upset because she could not ride on the rides because she was newly pregnant. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and play it.
He turns around and he like, you will be pregnant right now. So
Let me start it. Let me start up. Over.
Phone got hot, but I'm back. Alright. So anyways, like I was saying, when we had got back from when we had got to the excursion and he couldn't get on the rides with me, I said, Janelle, I can't do most of the stuff because I'm pregnant. And he turns around and he like, you will be pregnant right now. So that hurt my feelings and I started crying. Now mind you, he didn't say the part of I felt like you trapped me when you posted the video online until after he seen I couldn't get on the rides and after he got upset with me about not getting on the rides. So I'm like, get on the rides with your mom. So I'm like, I can't get on the rides, I'm pregnant. So he like, what you want me to do? You want me to get my money back? Holidays. And at all, this person is sober. He was like, you want me to get my money back? Because I don't want to waste my money and get this and you're not going to get on it. I said, well, it's nothing I can do. You already see signs that say you can't get on certain things if you're pregnant. So, this guy, y'all, I leave. This man throws a whole tantrum. He takes his, it was a hard shell thing we had to wear on our head because we was going in the tunnel. And something else, and he threw it across the room, about to get locked up in Aruba, being crazy because I told him to get his money back and I wasn't getting on no rides. This person said, you ruined my birthday. How I ruin your birthday because I can't get on no rides. And he blamed me for not getting on the rides when he had his mom there who could get on rides with him. So I get out, I go and I sit in the car and I call my friend and I'm crying and I'm just like, I just can't believe this person treating me like this after this whole entire time talking to my dad how he want to have a baby, how he want to build a family, all this stuff. And I'm pregnant and now you treat me like this because I can't get on no damn rides. Are you serious?
All right, I'm gonna pause for a moment. I don't understand how come she continues to be surprised in the way that he acts when he has not changed his spots. He has always reacted this way when he's upset with her. So why are you so surprised all the time when he turns on you and he begins to get upset and disrespect you? I don't understand why you're so surprised. That has been his behavior since the time that you met him. Alrighty, continue.
This is this year, y'all. This year for his birthday when I dropped that video saying I'm pregnant. This is this year. So I leave. I leave. I go sit in the car. Him and his mom eventually comes out. And there's no freaking accountability for him at all. She's supposed to have been trying to figure out with your son like why he acting like that. But there was no accountability at all for him. And it's never been there. Every time something happens, they baby him. They save him. They cuddle him. And they agree with his behavior. Every time something has happened, even when we was in Aruba and I brought up the things that he's done that she did not know about, all she said was, you need to go get anger management. I don't know what's going on with you, but that was it. Okay, cool. She ain't gotta say too much in front of me, but you know when a person has an effect on you, when a person starts to change because of somebody in their ear telling them to change. And she did not have that factor on him. Because if she did, this man would change.
Okay, I gotta pause right here for a second. Oh, Brianna, let me. Can I back it up a little bit? Because there's a couple of points I need to touch on. Let me see. Hold on.
Every time something happens, they baby him. They save him.
So she's now blaming his mother, right, for his behavior, saying that when something happens, they coddle him, they baby him, and they save him. Brianna, you do the same thing. You coddle him. You may be upset for the moment. For example, when you guys were leaving that restaurant or whatever it is that you guys had gone to that you didn't like the place and you was telling him, oh, I would have preferred to go to Dave and Buster's. And he made that slick disrespectful remark to the couple that was walking in front of you guys saying, oh, you should be glad that your bee is not something, is not ungrateful. And you still allow him to get in your car, even though you played the Negroes ain't, nothing song loud, blasting. He jumped out of your car. You tried to save him too. Oh no, I don't want to leave you. Just come on, let me take you home because you said you didn't want nobody blaming you if something happened to him. Big excuse. He should have been left on the side of the road, and I wouldn't have gave a dang who, what happened to him after disrespecting me and talking to me like that. You save him every time you get on this internet and talk about him like a dog and say what he did, how he treated you through your pregnancy, and you turn right back around and say, oh, he's the best thing you ever had. You never had a man like this through your pregnancy who was so kissing your stomach. Foolishness. You do the same exact thing. And on top of that, he is a grown man. What in the world can his mama say to him to make him change? People change because they want to change. You can't make nobody change. And nobody can't make you change. People change because they want to change. They feel that something in them needs to change and they work on changing it. So it's not his mama's fault that he is the way that he is. But it is your fault for being with him the way that he is. Continue.
They cuddle him and they agree with his behavior. Every time something has happened, even when we was in Aruba and I brought up the things that he's done that she did not know about, all she said was, you need to go get anger management. I don't know what's going on with you, but that was it. Okay, cool. She ain't gotta say too much in front of me, but you know when a person has an effect on you, when a person starts to change because of somebody in their ear telling them to change. And she did not have that factor on him. Because if she did, this man would change. This person did not change. This person continues to be horrible. So I started getting my bags and stuff because I'm like, I'm not about to be blamed for this trip, for your trip being ruined because it's your birthday. Go enjoy your birthday. I can't help I'm pregnant. I'm going to go home. So at the table, it was brought up, well, you've been through this situation before. You want to go through this situation again? And I'm like, well, at this point, I'm past 6 weeks. And once you have a heartbeat, you can't have an abortion. So I'm like, the fact that you even bringing this up, why would you even bring that out? It's nothing I could do. And I just told y'all when I found out, I was going back and forth, like, I want an abortion, but I was crying out to God, like, God, what you want me to do? What you want me to do? What you want me to do?
Girl. Oh, Jesus Christ. Brianna, you should have been calling out to God before you even got there. You should have been, God told you what to do. God gave you all the signs. He showed you what type of man he was. He showed you that that was not the man for you. But see, one thing about our God, he gives us choices. He gives us choices. He gave you the sign. He said, Brianna, don't go down this road. He gave it to you through your supporters. He gave it through your he gave it to you through your friends. He even gave it to you in your face. This man is disrespecting you. Don't go down this road. This man is abusive because you said he choked you, spit on you, cussed you, cursed you. You know, we say cussed, cursed you. But you chose to go down that road. You also chose to have unprotected sex. You know that when unprotected sex happens, that it's more than likely that an outcome of a baby, the outcome can be a baby be born. You know, a pregnancy can occur. But that was your choices. So don't call on the Lord now. You made your bed. Now you got to lay in it. That's it. You should have been calling out to God when you before when and you was still married. Hello? God honors marriage. You was not divorcing your husband. So in the Lord's eyes, you are now committing adultery. I'm not the one to judge. Okay? Your favorite word is you're human. Yeah, we're all human. But I have to keep it real with you, honey. When you start talking about the Lord and you start bringing the Lord Jesus Christ in there, he already told you what to do. You didn't listen. Now you got to lay in your bed, honey. Continue.
And I felt like that was against my religion. And even still, when I looked it up, I was already past the time of having an abortion and having a heartbeat.
Abortion is against your religion, but having sex out of marriage, not. Okay, continue.
And I'm not flying myself out nowhere to go get no abortion. Okay. So after I started going upstairs to go pack my stuff, I called my dad and I told my dad that what happened, and my dad got on the phone and he was like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah." Like he actually just told his mom that I tracked him up putting his video up. But mind you, the night before, when I had told him that I was pregnant, after things had calmed down from going to the excursion, he actually took the phone and went live on his Instagram. Let me tell you how bad of a manipulating gaslighting this person is. I'm at the table talking to his mom, trying to have a one-on-one conversation with his mom, and he's like, "Yeah, she put that video out, and mom, she knows that you don't like being put on social media, and she said, and she posted that video to like trap me, and she posted that video knowing that you don't even like." So it was like he was trying to make her upset with me at the same time by saying I posted the video of trapping you. But just the night before, you had went live showing my belly to people and zoomed in, and he says it's a difference. You got millions of people, and it was only about 10, 12 people on my live. Okay, but in my mind, I'm thinking that you happy because why would you go live and share it on Instagram?
Why would you think he was happy when his first response was that you trapped him? His Your words that you said he said. He instantly said he didn't like the fact that you posted that video. Why would you think he was happy? Oh, Brianna, you have to learn to read the room, honey. You gotta learn to read it. Continue.
Do y'all see how manipulative and gaslighting that is? Like, you go live on Instagram and show my belly and zoom in on my belly, and your friend, you got off live, your friend called and he like, bro, that's funny how you did that. He's like, yeah, she's pregnant, da, da, da. And I'm like, what you do? And he like, I ain't do nothing. And he was like, I was only on live for a few minutes. It does not matter. You still went live. So in my mind, I'm thinking that he he's excited about the baby. So, anyways, after I went upstairs to call my dad because they was pissing me off, I felt like it was a one-sided conversation because he's the only child and because that's her son. I felt like she was gonna have her back, have his back regardless, and that's just that. And so when I called my dad, I was like, Dad, he a whole different person around you. Like he's talking about building families and doing all this type of stuff, but in general, that's not who he is. That's not what he said he was. That's not what he's doing. Correct? Okay, cool. So my daddy get on the phone and my dad like, that's crazy. I can't believe he even acting like that. My daddy get on the phone with him and he changes the whole narrative again. And now mind you, at the table when I'm downstairs talking to her and him, I'm telling her, can I please call my dad? Can I call somebody on my side? Because I just feel like this is one-sided and he's lying to you. He's sitting here telling you that, oh, I play too much. Oh, I gotta learn to stop playing. Sir, you talking to my dad and having one-on-one conversations about how serious you want to be with his daughter and how you want to have kids with his daughter and how you love his daughter and you only want to be with his daughter and you want to get married and all this stuff. How is that play?
Okay, I gotta pause. Brianna, it doesn't matter what front he put on in front of your father. You knew from your own words the type of man you was dealing with because he continued to show you and through his actions, not his words, but his actions. A person can tell you anything, but it's what you see. If what you see is not aligning with the words, then you need to go with the actions and hotel if it's not what you want. So right now, to me, it just sounded like you were making excuses so that you can just stay with him no matter how he was. You were making the excuses. He didn't change. You continued to make excuses because you wanted him to be something that he was not. Although he kept showing you that he's not that, for some reason you wanted him to be it. And you have to sit with that. And you have to ask yourself, what is it about me? See, it's always going to fall back on you, honey, because you kept allowing those things to happen to you. It wasn't happening to him. You was allowing it to happen to you. While you all crying on social media, he making TikTok dances. Continue.
At 34, how is that play? Like you been pulled to the side by my dad several times to have serious conversations. And this man sits at the table to his mom and says, yeah, Mom, I just gotta stop playing. I know I play too much. Huh? I'm confused. What? You play too much. So, anyways, when I got my dad on the phone, he got on the phone with my dad, he changed the whole narrative again. It got on my phone, Pops, I ain't say that, Pops. I don't know what you're talking about, Pops. I ain't say that. That ain't what was said. That ain't how I said it. I was just saying that I was thrown off, and that when she did the live, I just felt like she should have waited for me to tell my family and all of this. And I'm like, that's not the same story you just had at this table with them, with your mom. That's not the same story. You told me a whole different story. You said that I posted this video and your mama don't like being on the internet, and I was wrong, and I forced you to be trapped in with this baby. But you get on the phone with my dad and have a whole different narrative story saying, that's not what I said, Pops. I didn't say that. I was just saying that, I just felt she should have waited for me to tell my family. Whatever, y'all. So I'm booking my flight. I'm trying to go home. He like, no, please stay. I'm sorry. It's never going to happen again, blah, 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 blah. Whatever. I stayed because there was only one extra more day. I stayed. Everything was cool, whatever. So, whatever. I thought we get back home. This is right before my birthday trip. And I in Aruba, when all that stuff was happening, I canceled his flight because I'm not flying no man out. Again, like I said, when y'all keep saying I was trapped, trapped who? Like I said, I was flying myself out on these trips. Myself out. Even on the trip y'all seen on his mother's birthday, I flew myself out. That man did not buy nothing for me. The man has not bought nothing for me besides that one gift that y'all have seen, which was that ring, that bracelet, that lime green purse and the sandals that I showed y'all for my last birthday. And that's because he got caught cheating. So, anyways, moving on, I go and cancel his flight, and I asked my friend, could she go with me? So, as I booked my friend's stuff, she told me, or whatever, she booked her flight, and I'm like, yeah, let me see if they got like an extra bed that they can roll in or whatever, so it come to birthday. That's why y'all see my friend coming for my birthday, and that's why you did not see him for my birthday, because you made me feel like shit for being pregnant. That entire time, my birthday trip, the entire time, before that, I was just like, I'm done. I can't do it. And at that time, he had hurt his back. So he ended up coming to my house and staying with my dad and my kids. That's why y'all seen him doing videos with my dad and my kids, because he hurt his back and because he don't have nobody here in Georgia to help him. He stayed at my family at my house with my family. And so that was even something that he was being ungrateful about as well, because he was like, why would you leave me knowing that I hurt my back and all this and all that? And I'm like, sir, you just made me feel horrible for being pregnant, number one. Number two, why would I fly out a man again for my birthday again? Like, that is just so dumb. I'm just over here being so dumb in love, and that is what I'm most guilty about, is falling in love with somebody, putting them on a high pedestal way too fast before they work for it, doing the most, going above and beyond. That's why in the beginning, y'all see me get this man a billboard. Y'all see me for appreciation. Y'all see me get this man jewelry, necklace, bracelet, diamonds out. Y'all see me get him clothes, shoes, all to celebrate him for being on a show. And that man was like, I never got this before. Thank you so much. Nobody's ever done this for me. Blah, blah, blah. And that's my love language. I love to shower people. That's why y'all see videos of me helping my friends. That's why y'all see videos of me helping me get my friends stuff. That is my love language. It does not matter what kind of relationship I'm in or friendship. That's just what I do. I shower everybody with love and through gifts and stuff like that.
All right, let's pause right there. There's nothing wrong with having a giving love language. The problem is you give out before you receive anything. And you have to ask yourself, why do you do that? Why do you value people and want to shower people? Well, I already know why you do it. I already know why you do that. You give because somewhere in your time in your life you felt like you wasn't giving anything. And so you pour into people because you want to be poured into. Buying a man a billboard, like that's some things that a woman should be doing, a man should be doing for the woman. This man only bought you a Michael Kors, and it was because he cheated. Here you are spending thousands of dollars, from what I was told, $30,000 on a diamond chain that your friends, everybody told you not to do it. But from what is said on the internet was that he was going to leave you if you didn't do it. So you went ahead and did it. That says something about your low self-esteem. Because why would you reward somebody? Now, mind you, you just said this man has never really treated you right. So why would you shower somebody with gifts that don't deserve it in the first place? $30,000 chain. There was just a recent video on here with you going off on him for your $10,000 ring. Why would you shower a man that does not fly you out, that does not pour into you, that does not give you anything with such lavish gifts like that? When you should have put that money on your children. You don't even own a home. You could have been using that money for a down payment for your children on a home. Why would you pour into a man like that? What is in you, Brianna, that needs to be healed so that you can have a balance and the things that you do for others. Pour into yourself. I remember having a saver, I called it a save a hole mentality. Well, and the reason why you do that is because you know how it feel to struggle. You know how it feel when you needed somebody to be there for you. You needed somebody to be there for you and they weren't. So you always want to make sure that you give out to people because you want to receive that in return. But sometimes you're giving it out to the wrong people, meaning because you're not mentally, emotionally in a healthy space where you're using wisdom and you're pouring and giving out, you're just unhealthily pouring and unhealthily giving and draining out your pockets to someone that doesn't even deserve that. And you have to ask yourself, why am I this way? And what I need to do to fix myself. It's going to always fall back to you, Brianna. Continue.
Appreciate it. So, anyways, that's why the person did not come with me on my birthday trip. I tried to make it seem like it was a girl's trip, but it was really because you had just really made me feel like crap for your birthday. So I just felt like I should just enjoy my birthday and not have nobody come with me that's gonna be having an attitude stuck up. And I think that was God who hurt his back before he could come, because that was another great thing. Because I'm like, at the end of the day, I would have been miserable for my birthday if he would have came. I was already miserable being pregnant. Mind y'all, I did not know I was having twins, but this whole entire time, this person kept saying, we gonna have twins, we're gonna have twins, we're gonna have twins, we're gonna have twins. He said it to my daddy, he said it to Lala, he said it to everybody. But as soon as I said it on here, it was, oh, I never said that. I didn't say that. That's what the kids said. That was your daddy said. I never said that. Okay, whatever. Person lies so bad, will look at you straight in your face and lie so damn bad, it don't even make no sense. Now, at first, I was so dumb in love and I just was believing everything that man said. If that man said that the bird that was sitting right here was blue and it's red, but it's really red, I would have been like, oh, yeah, it is blue.
And that's another thing. What was it that made you fall in love with him? How was you in love in such a short period of time? I don't understand that. That was a very small, short window. And then you start talking about you was in love. And based on what you say about him, the mistreatment, the disrespect, the spitting, the choking, what was it that made you love him? I, and I already know what it is. Because you don't truly value and love yourself, you don't in return, you don't know how to be loved properly because you don't love yourself properly. And you just taking whatever somebody is saying to you and you calling it love. Because you have not set a standard for yourself of what love is. In order for you to be loved properly, you have to love yourself properly by the things that you accept and the things that you don't. And when you jump to in and out of relationships, that is a high indicator that you don't truly love yourself. Continue.
That's how dumb in love I was. And I am guilty, like I said, of falling in love and going above and beyond and pouring and pouring and pouring and pouring until I can't pour no more. Now, recently, when y'all see me went live on this Instagram and I went off, it's because, baby, my entire pregnancy has been hell. When I say hell, I've been doing this shit by myself. Yes, he comes to doctor's appointments, but as far as like being at the house and making sure I'm good and helping out with the kids, he has not done that at all. I've been in that thing by myself, struggling.
And the sad part about it, Brianna, you couldn't even hide it. We knew you was miserable. You was all the subliminal posts you was posting and the non-subliminal posts you was posting. We knew you were struggling. We knew you were very unhappy. And then but when you pop on the internet and say, "Oh, I'm so happy. This is the best. I've never had a pregnancy like this before. I've never had a man trying to throw shade at your husband, acting like Jonelle is King Daddy." Why would you do that to yourself, Brianna? Why? Why would you pretend on the internet and put up posts like this man was the best thing since sliced bread when we clearly see that you unhappy? You're on here crying, you're on here throwing shots, you're on here dragging them, but then you'll post how happy you are. I don't understand that. Why would you do that to yourself, Brianna? Only you can answer that question when you figure it out from within. Continue.
Because, like I said, it's been stress after stress after stress after stress. So when I had made those posts telling y'all my experience of him while being pregnant, that shit was very much real. All those posts I made was very much real. This person comes back. I had ended up having, that's when I fainted at Lawrence School. Me and him wasn't talking because I had made those posts. But he ended up coming because I needed his help with the kids after having that fainting episode happen, which I know is linked to stress. This whole entire pregnancy has been stress, and he's been my number one stressor. So, as I am, um, at the hospital, I call him. I tell him, "Hey, I need you to get the kids because I just passed out and I need help." So he goes to that. He comes and he helps, and then we text and we talk, and he like, "I just don't see any of this working out unless you do an apology post," which is why I posted in my story the screenshot of me making the apology post and him telling me, "No, that first line not gonna work. No, the second line not gonna work. No, the third."
Okay, continue.
So he goes to that, he comes and he helps, and then we text and we talk, and he like, "I just don't see any of this working out unless you do an apology post," which is why I posted in my story the screenshot of me making the apology post and him telling me, "No, that first line not gonna work. No, the second line not gonna work. No, the third line not gonna work. You're gonna have to fix that. You're gonna have to edit that. You're gonna have to change that. You're gonna have to fix that. Everything needs to be denounced because you're making me out to be something that I'm not." And I'm like, but even though it's my truth, I'm making you out to be something that you're not. That don't even make no sense. So eventually, y'all see me make this dumbass post that I should have never posted, even against my publicist's word, even against my friend's word, even against everybody that I talked to. Everybody said, even having man-to-man talks, them men said that if that man loved you and he know he did that stuff to you, he would never make you go out here on your brand in your face and have you lie and say or apologize and say that stuff didn't happen to make him look good. He was like, they was like, if he never went to bat for you this whole entire time, why are you going to bat for him? Why are you saving him? And I'm like, because I went over there and he's sitting in the dark and he looking sad, he looking depressed. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And they like, just don't do it. Because if he loved you, he wouldn't ask you to do it. Against my friend's word, against my publicist and everybody else that was in my corner, I still went and made the damn post.
Exactly. You don't listen to nobody. Your publicist told you not to post it. Your homeboys, real men, sat straight up there and say, "Brianna, do not post the apology." What are you apologizing for? Your friends. So us little supporters, we know you're not gonna listen. I'm not a supporter, but we know you're not gonna listen because you don't listen to nobody. You do whatever you want to do in your head, and that is why you are sitting and laying in your poor little bed right now. because you don't listen. You didn't listen. You didn't listen from the start.
So after I made the post, that's when he started coming back around again, trying to play nice and trying to play couple and trying to, I guess, date and do whatever he needed to do to be with me. And
That's when you let him back in. That's when you forgot all about the drama that he put you through, all about the stress that he put you through, all about the cheating, the disrespecting, the spitting, the talking about you trapped them, all that. You let him right back.
and that quickly turned left because I started finding out back to back to back. I kept getting hit with so much stuff back to back, y'all, that it was just like, damn, I can't catch a break. I cannot catch a break. So much stuff I kept finding out. I can't catch a break. Even a girl that was in LA that he had talked to, she told me that she had seen him get angry with her at one time too, because if she didn't do what he wanted her to do, he got angry real quick. So I'm like, well, damn, if he doing that with somebody that you barely even know, and I'm telling how many other people doing that. So I'm like, okay. As I'm finding stuff out back to back to back, I'm getting hit left and right, left and right, left and right. I'm like, damn, I look dumb as hell. I'm over here going to bat for you, defending you. You never defended me. I've been dragged on this here internet for the longest time. And every time I get dragged, it's because of you. And every time somebody say something in your comments about me, you don't defend me. You don't say nothing. You just really got me out here looking crazy.
Brianna, you're not getting dragged on this internet because of Janelle. You get dragged on the internet because of things that you post on the internet. That's why they drag you. Because you be lying, you be saying false allegations, you talk out of both sides of your mouth, and it ain't his fault that you agree with decisions to post when you in your pain, you post your drama and you post your foolishness and you post your whatever. And then when you get back with them, you get on there and you change the narrative or try to change it up or switch it up. That's your fault for agreeing to the foolishness in the first place, for putting your business out here, for speaking out of anger, for not having any emotional intelligence. It's your fault, honey. It's not his. It's your fault. Because again, you have a choice. And you know the type of man that you're dealing with, but you keep making the wrong choice. Why is that, Brianna? You got to sit in that, honey. That's the only way you're going to be able to heal for real. When you decide to hold yourself accountable, like really hold yourself accountable. You talking about he got you out here looking stupid. He ain't got you out here looking nothing. You got your own self out here looking crazy. You, not him. He ain't posting nothing. You posting everything. So it's you that's doing it. Continue.
Although I've been going to bat for you like crazy. Even though I know that what I'm saying about you is not true. Me praising you, me celebrating you, me trying to make you feel like you that and you really have not been that. So when I went off on Instagram, it's because it's when I give my stuff back. Like I said before, I praised and celebrated this man to make him feel appreciated and through his accomplishments and his accolades. I want
He
to
ain't had
make
that
you
many
feel like,
accomplishments and
you know what,
accolades, girl. Mm-mm.
you're doing a good job. I'm proud of you. If don't nobody else tell you, I'm happy for you. I'm proud of you. I am. So at one of the premieres, I ended up giving him this ring that was $10,000, and he got
You paid for a $10,000 ring, and you and your kids are renting. Continue.
the ring. He still got the ring. I tried to get it back that night, so I told him, "Can you please give me my stuff? Leave it. Leave my stuff on the porch, my key, all that stuff. Leave it on the porch. I'm gonna get it off the porch, and then you will never have to hear from me ever again. I don't want to beef with you. I don't want to get on social media, go back and forth with you. I just want to be at peace, and I just want to move on." This man texts me and says, "Don't let social media kill you." Why would you say that? Mind y'all, I have an episode of Just Being Brianna where I talk about my mental health and where I talk about where I wasn't. I wasn't feeling like I wanted to be here no more. And that was because of a whole lot of things, not because of social media. So when he said that, that triggered me. So I'm like, but you was the one sitting in the dark room. You was the one telling me you lost money. You was the one telling me you lost jobs because of my posting. That's why I needed to apologize. That's why I needed to fix things. That's why I needed to post you every day to make it seem like we was happy and go lucky, so that it can make the people feel like you've never done those things. All for you to sit here and throw up my mental health in my face that happened 2 years ago. So when I kept telling him just give me my stuff so I could be at peace, that was my answer right there. I didn't need no more answers. A lot of times we sit back and we just be like, okay, God, show me answer, show me answer, show me answer. Well, God been showing me an answer back to back to back to back to back, and I've been ignoring the answers that God been giving me because
Well,
I'm
I'm
like, okay,
glad you
God,
said
maybe
that.
it's a test from the devil because we going to church together, because we going to Bible study together. Even that night that I went live, he had on that damn cape acting like he pouring in his butters or whatever. While he was live, he comes to the door and say, I'm live. Okay, why you telling me that? So all the trying to keep stuff a secret and y'all like, where he at, where he at, where he at? It was all because he was like, let's just keep our relationship private, let's not post it. No, it's really because you so afraid of your image and what people gonna say about you. And it's really because you know I didn't lie on you, so you know if the people see you still with me and still kicking it with me, they're gonna be like, well, she couldn't have lied. She just did that apology to save him. Yeah, that's what I did. Cause we still was together every time. Even like I said, when I came in there, he was doing those butters for y'all on live. I was there. When I was live at his house the other day, I was like, we've been together this whole entire time. Why he trying to make it seem like we single because he's not answering questions or because he's not posting me, but y'all still see me talking about it. And when y'all ask me, I'm like, yeah, we together. Because I told him I'm not about to be no secret. If somebody asks me, yes, I'm going to tell them that we together. So, like I said, I asked him for my stuff. I just wanted to be done, be at peace, and that did not happen. Him throwing it up in my face about don't let the internet kill you and all this bullshit after everything I've done for this man and going to back for this man, saving this man, and pouring my love into this person and giving this person my all, things that I've never done in any relationship at all. I even tried therapy with this man. I did everything that I could, and that was my last straw the other day when I blew up, because it's like, I am high risk pregnant. This entire pregnancy, you have done nothing but cause me stress. This entire pregnancy, you have done nothing but hit me back to back as if you've been this perfect person and you were never this perfect person. And every time something happens with me, if I do something, then I got to be crucified to the cross. But if you do something, you don't have to be held to a higher standard. How does that work? Nothing that he does wrong. Oh, I'm perfect. Oh, I didn't do nothing. I didn't. Just like him liking half naked pictures. I asked him about it, and he like, that's between you and Instagram. That ain't got nothing to do with me. What? Take your gaslighting, manipulative, narcissist ass on. I don't want nothing to do with you no more. And I try to get my stuff back. And the moment that he didn't want to give me my stuff back, that's why I went live, and that's why I blew up. Because I'm just like, I did a lot for this person, a whole lot for this person. And for me to do all of this for you and go to bat for you, and I get stabbed in my back and treated like I ain't nothing, like I'm the freaking scum of the earth. And
But he always treated you like nothing from the beginning. And you still made the decision to spend all your money on him. Again, Brianna, that is your fault. And you have to ask yourself, why? Why? What is wrong with me? What do I need to change within me so I can make sure that that doesn't happen again? Continue.
bringing your first two kids in this world and to be treated like that is crazy. So that's when I knew. Once I exposed it, like everybody be like, "Oh, you didn't have to expose it," but I had to expose it for myself to push myself out the situation the same way I did my last situation. Once I exposed the things, the truth about you, I gotta go on with my life and I gotta move forward, and I cannot ever look back. If I would have never.
But you didn't expose the truth about your husband. And you still was with your husband, crying on the internet. I remember y'all was sitting on them stairs crying. You was sitting at the restaurant crying. You was on the phone crying. You was talking to his brother crying. And it wasn't until he was like he did not want to fix it, he did not want to be back with you, that your crying turned into wrath. And you went from Oh, I want my husband. You know, I want my family to. Oh, he abused me. For 6 years. You put that man. You tried to scandalize that man. You tried to. You went to jail because you put a picture of his body parts. On the you tried to put it on the internet. Like, girl, you try to use the new man to tear your husband down, but God say not today. God say not today. I'm gonna give you just what you looking for, and He gave you Janelle. That might have been your karma. I don't know. I don't know. But everything you try to do to your husband, it looks like it is all coming back on you. And I feel bad for you. As a woman, I feel bad for you. But like they say, a hard head makes a soft behind. A hard head makes a soft behind. You had the whole internet dragging your husband. You try to you try to do a whole domestic violence campaign. You actually tried to be the face of a domestic violence campaign. But see, God knew that you was not right. You praying to Him and your heart ain't right. So God started exposing you. Because that's literally what He did. He began to expose you through your friends and with evidence, or what you like to call receipts. A whole hate campaign against your husband. Try to become the face of domestic violence about your husband when you was in a whole real domestic violence relationship, and you was trying to cover it up while you campaigning DV on your husband. And then got the nerve to be calling out to the Lord. God, God. God ain't nowhere in that. He ain't nowhere in that.
Ever did that live the other night,
Continue.
I would still be in that cycle of abuse. I would still be in that cycle of an up and down roller coaster of him treating and talking to me any kind of way and feeling like he could do whatever he want to do. That stops now. Because after all that exposing, I bet he won't come to my door no more. I bet he won't ring that doorbell. I bet he won't knock on my door. I bet he won't text me. I bet he won't call me. All of that was to force his hand too. Like, don't reach out to me. Don't call me. Don't say nothing to me. I'm gonna finish this journey alone. I already have a lot going on with this pregnancy. This has been the most difficult pregnancy I have ever had, the most stressful pregnancy I have ever had. Even though I've been through situations before in my kid's dad, but this has topped tier. And with me being high risk, and my doctor explaining certain things to me last week, and I'm now seeing them every Monday, and they might induce me any day now. I can't afford no more stress. So this is why I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna lie, say what I need to say. Because if anybody gonna speak for me, I need to speak for myself and not let nobody else speak for me. I had enough. I throw in the towel. I am done, and I'm choosing Brianna. Because as I had said before, nobody ever chooses for Brianna. Brianna always choosing and fighting and winning for everybody else and going to bat for everybody else. But nobody ever does that for me. Nobody ever does that for me. So I have to choose myself. The same way I be telling y'all about self love and doing this and doing it. You have to start choosing yourself, and you got to start waking up and realizing that that's not love. That person does not love you. That person does not care about you. That person love you for what you can do for them. And that's what I had to realize. That person love me because I can print their labels. That person love me because I can create their logos and create their labels for their products. Because I come over there and cook and clean for them. Because I come over there and do all these wifely duties. That's why that person cared for me. That's it, because he know I can market his products. He know I can get on here and sell his products. He know I can get up here and help him build his brand. That's why ever since I came out, what he been doing? Over there on that live trying to sell them damn butters. That's what he been doing. Just what he been doing. So now that you know this over, he like, oh, instead of me saying nothing and addressing anything, I'm just going to go live and promote my butters. You keep on right on promoting them butters. But God sees all. God sees exactly how you treated me this whole entire time. God has seen how you treated me being pregnant with your twins. God sees it all. All that evil that you've been doing. I hope you preaching to yourself when you say that. Because while you speaking those exact words, somewhere
In you should be some form of conviction because God saw all the things that you try to do to your husband. He saw how you allow the enemy to corrupt your heart to the point that you had a whole hate campaign, domestic violence campaign against your husband when you was actually in a real DV relationship. God saw that too, Brianna. God still see the things that you do towards your husband, Brianna. And until you find it in your heart to find forgiveness, to ask for forgiveness towards the things that you put your husband through, you're going to continue to suffer and be miserable. Because see, God don't work like that. God said, before you come to me and ask me for forgiveness, you got to go back to your brother. You got to go back to your brother. You got to come with a clean heart. And your heart still is not clean because you did another live after this one, which I may or may not speak on. I don't know because I'm drained right now. But you went and did another live, and you still throwing shade to your husband. Oh, I was a single parent even though I was married, I was still a single parent. How you was a single parent? That man took you in with your 3 kids and paid the bills for you for the first 4 years. You didn't have to pay no bills. He put you on this internet so that you could make you some money. And you don't give that man no credit. You still come on here and try to drag him, try to say what he ain't do, what he ain't this, and what he ain't that. You think God pleased with that? You think he pleased with that? And you think your blessings gonna continue to come? Because blessings come in a lot of ways. You supposed to be happy in your pregnancy with your twins, happy in your relationship, and happy in your finances. Your only happiness probably right now is in your finances. You've been miserable since you got up on this internet with this foolishness. And then you have to ask yourself why. Because just like you talking about what Janelle do, God sees all. God knows all. And until you do some things, you're going to continue to go through your cycle. And I pray for you. I really do. I pray for you because you have some beautiful children and you're carrying, I'm quite sure, some beautiful children now that you are going to have to raise.
You will never prosper.
That you are going to have to raise. And they need a healthy mom with a healthy mindset. They need a healthy mom with a healthy mindset. But you still continue to make bad decisions. And you still continue to come on here and you want to drag Janelle. But you can't drag him because we already know who he was. We tried to tell you that. You tried to tell us something different. So ain't no dragging to be done with him. Ain't nobody gonna go in there and drag him. We already knew what he was up to. We already knew he didn't value you. We already knew he was using you. We tried to tell you that. You told us to mind our business and we don't know what we talking about. And you healed and you this and you that and we old and we this and we this. So we just sat back and watched the show. But I pray for you. I really pray that you have learned your lesson, that you learned something in this relationship. But I really feel like you haven't because you still seem like to not take full accountability for your own actions and how you ended up here. It's like you want to come on here and blame him and make excuses for your stupidity. Let's continue.
And the moment, like I said the other day, that about eviction time, the moment somebody walk away from your life, the one that got favor, you're gonna start seeing it, you're gonna start realizing it. And I was the person with that favor.
You thought you had favor because you gained so many followers when you and your husband separated. You thought you had favor. And I just want to say this, and I think I'm gonna stop right here because I just it's just gone on too long. You may have been winning those battles with your husband in the beginning, but you are losing the war. You won the battles, him losing followers, him losing money, people thinking he an abuser. You was winning those battles. The hate campaign coming at him left and right. You tried to keep the baby away from him. Had the baby going through. I mean, the list goes on and on and on, Brianna. And those battles looked like you was winning. And you came on here and said that. But you ain't win nothing. You've been miserable since. What you winning? He over there making tap dancing and laughing and he done moved on with his life. Happy and go lucky. And here you are in another relationship that you tried to come up against your husband. Both of y'all. I don't feel sorry for Janelle either. Because I don't know no man, no real man, that's going to get on the internet and with a woman and drag a whole nother man. Don't no man do that. That's how we knew at that time he was a boy. Because an immature boy. And I said, oh, here we go. Because no real man would have ever done that. No real man would have never co-signed coming on the internet to drag somebody ex. No real man playing in another man's face about their child. What real men? They would have been looking at you and say, girl, if you don't get over that mess and let's move on with our life. But no, you thought that was all cute. He all on the internet when he coming to get his child. He on Janelle on the internet talking about, Bree gone. Foolishness. Whispering, trying to be funny. And you thought that was cute. And thought God was going to allow you to be happy. Satan was just dragging you on the way and you was letting him. So I really hope you done came to your senses. I pray, for you and those babies. I really do. I'm a woman first. But I ain't no woman that stand with foolishness. I don't do that. And a real friend, which I'm quite sure you have around you, because I heard them telling you when you was on the internet with them. Don't do it, Brianna. Don't do this. Hang up. Get off live. Nah, I ain't getting out. F that. So you do have real friends around you. You just don't listen to nobody. You listen to what Brianna say, and the enemy all be on he be right down your shoulder. Yeah, do this, do this, do this. And you just be following him instead of following God and keeping your mouth closed and sitting in silence and letting the Lord fight your battles. No, you don't do that. You fight your own battle. You got the right last name, Brianna Battle. But that's gonna cause you to lose the entire war if you keep it up. And I'm just gonna end it with that. I hope y'all enjoyed the commentary. Leave a comment. Let's keep Brianna and those kids, those babies lifted up in prayer. Real talk. Because we want her to have healthy babies. We want her children to have a healthy mom. It's a hard thing dealing with a mom that's depressed and sad. And you want your kids, and you don't want those kids to feel that. So let's keep her lifted in prayer. Let's pray Jonell get himself together so that he can at least be a decent father for those babies.